Step by step on business. That's on my mama, watch me spin on me and splinter, I can't feel it. We in the trap, we sold the city on my biddy. Take these diamonds off and show you how we lit it.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Before the Horn podcast. I am your host, Dino. As well, hosting with me, I got my boy, Day.
What's good?
And I got my boy, Lil.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. Talk to me.
Got the cardio.
Y'all know
right
I've been away for a minute. I had a lot going on, man. Spring ball, spring semester, ended with a 3.0. Yes, sir. I had to get that done. But I'm back. I'm back now, man. I got some stuff going on. But we here with our first question and answer with our first guest, my boy Maurice. I'm going to let you introduce yourself, though.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Maurice Nock, track and field athlete, USF track and field alum.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My boy was breaking records there. We're going to get all into that. We got some questions to ask. Hope you got them answers.
Maurice, glad to have you back on Before the Horn podcast. You were actually one of our first few guests on this platform. I don't know if you remember that. It was back in like August and September. Glad to have you back on again.
Let's turn it up, man.
Let's do it. Hey, so my first question to you is, I know you grew up, you live in Florida right now, but you weren't born there. What was it like growing up in the Midwest, and how was your upbringing?
Growing in the Midwest, it was kind of different, I guess, for the most part, because I grew up in Kansas. So living out in Kansas, it was just, a lot of people that didn't really look like me, I guess. So it was kind of different, but I had moved to Florida at a pretty young age for like fourth grade. So once I had moved out to Florida, just being in that environment and going back to Kansas, going back to Missouri, whatever, didn't really connect with too many people. I was just really out there just to run track, really in the summer.
You spoke on, you was in Kansas till fourth grade. How was it when you moved to Florida? Was it an adjustment in life moving from, the Midwest to Florida? Like, how was that adjustment? What was the transition like for you?
It was kind of different for me, especially because I was playing football at the time. You know how football gets, kind of politicky. So that was kind of different getting into that. Even at that age, you don't realize like how much politics is really involved in that until you're really trying to like fit in. And so that was interesting to me playing football through Pop Warner, an interesting experience, but I can say I learned from it. I still had a good time nonetheless. But making friends wasn't too hard, you know what I'm saying? Especially like once you get into middle school and stuff, you start to see who you'll really be around. And most of those people I met in middle school are still my friends to this day, for real.
That's good people.
Type shit.
Those good people.
Bro, that's real.
That's good people. So was track like the first sport that you actually liked, or like I know you said you played football, was like that was it, just football and track, or like what came first really?
For me, I guess what came first was basketball. I played basketball.
Ball player.
Football. And then I ran track.
You can't see me on the court, man. I'm like
AI
and Kyrie.
Right.
Y'all about the same height.
I can't move.
All right, bro. We're not doing that. Hey, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I'm mad surprised given somebody who's seen that man hoop. I'm surprised that was his first sport. I thought everybody played it but him.
Oh my gosh. He coming crazy at you.
I'm not a hooper.
Son.
I'm not a hooper. So yeah, I gave up basketball pretty early in like seventh grade. It was just kind of to the point like I'm not even competitive.
Hey, what position did you even play when you was playing basketball? Like that's the real
point
question.
Guard, man.
Oh, you was running the rock up the court. Oh man.
And that was the issue. I ain't got no ball control.
Oh man.
This man point guard.
Hold on. No ball control, bro. You good?
Bruh, it's
All
bad.
right,
It's bad.
My boy said he passed first for sure.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
He passed before he even hit the half court line.
My
boy got a pass.
No, not even. It ain't that bad, but boy, it ain't even worth it.
Nah, you say you competitive though. So speaking of competition, right? So who you think got better competition in sports? Is it Florida or Missouri?
Oh man, definitely Florida, man.
Yes, sir. I like that.
Definitely
Keep it
Florida.
real.
I'll go out to Missouri, and when for AAU, you got to go through like district round, regional round, then before you go to the Junior Olympics. So like the times that I was able to run at the regional meet to qualify for Junior Olympics were times I was running at my conference track meet. Like it was super easy. Like, and I was able to qualify running up there. But running in Florida, man, especially like in middle school and high school, I don't know if y'all ever heard of Miami Gardens, Miami
Okay.
Gardens
For sure.
Express.
Yeah, I
For
definitely heard
sure.
They had them dogs, y'all know. So like,
Yeah, we know about them. We know about them.
Miami
Bro, all of
Gardens
them,
and Florida
bro.
Elite
Like
gave enough headaches.
South Florida's
South
crazy with
Florida.
athletics. Yeah,
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 as
no,
far as
South
Especially
speed,
Florida's
bro.
especially
crazy.
speed.
So
They got the speed down there. I don't know what
they
I don't
do.
know what they're doing down there, but the speed is
I
different.
don't know what they feeding them kids or what kind of chemicals or Clark Kent Superman shit they put in their kids' bodies.
man,
Nah, I heard it's because they
Fast.
be chasing squirrels. Real rap. I'm not even joking either. I heard
I
that's
thought it
what
was-
Florida had, bro.
I thought it was
I'll be
running from
like,
the
yeah,
alligators
bro,
and
chasing
crocodiles and
squirrels.
shit. That's what I thought it was
Man,
from.
them things ain't fast at all.
first chasing
But
the squirrels. That's crazy though. That could be
nah,
real
but
life.
to start
Chasing
diving into
lizards.
your track career, like you said that you played basketball and football. What was it like your freshman year of high school that made you transition to strictly being a track athlete and giving up football?
Oh man, I'm gonna tell y'all this story just for the podcast, man.
I think I know it.
Let's
Bro.
hear it. Let's hear it. I love
Bro.
stories. I love
I
stories.
know it.
This is the real truth. This is the real truth. It's the first day of pass, bro. I'm not knowing we doing like full speed in the drill. I'm thinking we still going 50% speed. Bro, speed me. Why I got knocked out, had a concussion.
Bro, I remember that. I was still in Florida that summer when that happened.
Bro,
I was
yes,
like,
bro.
damn, bro, your first padded practice in high school.
Yeah,
Bro.
clean.
Yo,
Bro,
bro,
Yeah,
I
clean
knew
and
it was something
concussed.
crazy. I knew it was something crazy. Soon as he said first day of pass.
Yeah.
Soon as he said first day of pass, that's usually when people quit. First day of pass, it's over.
After the first day, they be like,
I stuck it through.
they
I
check
ended up
out.
still playing like, we had like 8 games in the freshman season. I still ended up playing like 3 or 4 games, but it was just like after that, and I'm going back to how you play ball, so if you don't play spring ball, you don't play summer camp, you're not doing summer camp, you're not even going to be in the rotation.
That's facts.
For sure.
That's big
So
facts.
for me, it's not that I didn't. I still love football, you know what I'm saying? But it just the politics behind the sport just didn't make sense for me with me going back to Missouri every year.
Most def. Hey, my question to you is, man, what is the toughest track and field event in your opinion? Because it's a handful of them. And I'm not gonna lie, watching that stuff on TV, I'd be like, how the hell they throwing that little ball, that discus, or why they throwing a stick with a needle on it?
Man.
Like, what the hell? I'd be like, but what's the toughest event in your opinion?
Oh man, they're all very difficult in their own way. But if I had to choose one, the most difficult, probably steeplechase.
That's a wild event. I'm not gonna
That
lie.
is. That is.
Wild.
What makes you pick that one?
It's the fact that they gotta run all them laps.
Uh-huh.
They gotta jump them high barriers. And then they have to run through the water pit. Water resistance is a son of a gun.
Yo, bro.
Water resistance is crazy. It don't matter how many steps
bro.
it is. You do 5 steps a lap. What is it, like a 12-lap race, something like that?
Yeah, I
5
think
steps of water a lap.
I think it is a 12-lap race.
If you ever get a chance, go look up 2018 TC&J. Go look that up. I'm telling you, bro.
Yo,
you get a chance. Go look up TC&J. 2018, bro.
You're horrible
for that race.
You're horrible for
that.
that.
Was hilarious.
You're horrible for that, bro.
I don't know how we ended up at that race, but that was the funny. I swear to God, that was the funniest race.
We was popping out anyway.
You're horrible for that.
We just ended up anywhere. No, that's insane. No, just to stick with high school for like, just to stick with high school and stuff. Like, giving, you was all conference all 4 years, whatever the case may be. How was the transition from, being one of the best in high school and transitioning into college? Like, how was that transition for you?
Actually, it wasn't that hard. I was bad. I wasn't even really good in track for a long time. So to me, it's just another day in the grind. To me, I didn't do enough in high school. So when I got to college, I mean, shout out Coach Rouser. He took the chance on me and we wouldn't have made it happen. So to me, it was just, we in college, it's just new grind with an improved program.
Not enough in high school. I'm saying like
you did go Division I in track. So
You did go D1, bro.
So who was so nobody was giving you that work? Who else you raced against that? What you say ran against? Who else you ran against that went D1? Nobody was giving you no work. You saying it was easy work?
Man, I mean, until like the state level, yeah, it was easy work. Let me see who went D1. My boy Zach Halliday went D1. That's just local, like local guys that went D1. Zach Halliday. Emmanuel Foster. He's from my school. He went Ole Miss. He was a jumper though. He was snap. Manny would jump. He was a long and triple jumper, primarily triple jump though. He was a dog.
Those some dogs. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna Josh do that.
What about around the state? Because Florida has so much speed. Around the state. Like who was your competition around the state? Like
competition around the state. Once you got at the district, at the regional level, we had the boys from Dr. Phillips. I can't remember his name. But I remember running. I knew him as a 100, 200 meter guy. I remember I lined up against him in a 400, and it came to that last 100 meters, and he started passing me. I said, I know it ain't no way this man beating me. Nah, but he was tough. He was one of the only reasons I was even able to contend my senior year for a 200-meter title at regionals. He had ended up getting hurt. Dr. Phillips had a dude. Apopka had a dude. That's it. That's it, really. Then we had our guys. Our guys were my teammates. Outside of that, were my biggest competition. State. Then we had. That was when Tyrese Cooper. I don't know if y'all know Smoke. Tyrese Cooper.
Yeah.
And all them boys from Miami Gardens was, Ryan. Ryan went to Texas Tech. He was in high school still. So them boys was running 46 lows in high school, 45.
Damn, that's fast.
Yeah, high school is crazy.
High school is crazy. That's fast.
High school is crazy.
That's fast.
Yeah.
No, they was rolling. So them boys was them was some 21-1 boys, 21-2 boys in high school. It was different.
Speed, man. That's how it
was different.
Speed kills.
Real life.
When did you realize D1 was actually a possibility and could actually happen? When did that realization come?
When Coach Rouser said he would come to my meet. Before then, I didn't know if I was actually gonna go.
What year was this?
My junior year.
Okay. Money year.
Yeah, money year. He came to my junior conference championship. I went and had a field day.
As you should. I mean, what other schools was he the only one? USF was the only school that took a shot, or
Yeah, so not too much, but I ended up reaching out to USF because I had already applied and I got accepted on early admission. So that's kind of the route I was going. I didn't really have a whole lot of guidance as to how to reach out to schools or how to even get in front of schools to have them, you know what I'm saying, pull up. So, excuse me. I had like Ole Miss and USF, and I had a couple other schools that were real hesitant that I was talking to, like FAU and like JUCOs, but USF was like the main one to come through. He was like, I'm trying to see. I see what you're doing. I see what you put on. You have the range from 100 meters to 400 meters. So it's like, let's work it.
Life changing.
Together
Life
against
changing
team.
opportunity
That's
right
life-changing.
there.
That's
for real.
dope, bro.
Not for real. I was blessed, man. So
God is good.
Honestly,
So
all it takes is one.
yeah, that's it.
You only need one
Hey.
school to love you. You don't even need multiple. You only need one school. And that's crazy that you brought that up too, is because like I hear that a lot. Like not really nowadays, but like before, back when we was in high school, that sound crazy back when we was in high school. That sound mad crazy.
That sound crazy, bro.
Word, bro.
I'm
20,
I'm 25 now.
back when we was in high school, bro, like I'm not gonna say Twitter wasn't a thing, but it wasn't a thing for our age. Like we wasn't
not really.
Twitter, like
Nah.
nobody like we based our high school coaches off of what they could do for us getting to the next level. I swear to God, it had nothing to do with us at all. But now getting older, now we know, like, if we would have knew that, bro, all of us would have probably been going somewhere way bigger and all that. But like,
100%.
relied on coaches. We was like, yeah, this coach, if he got connections, we gonna go somewhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think now that's a benefit now that technology has gotten the way it's gotten for high schoolers to really get on that themselves. And now you see it. Even kids from UN High and all of the schools that we went to and stuff that wasn't producing many athletes on scholarship, but actually getting scholarships. So
Those deaf. So my question to you, Maurice. So when you got to college, what was the biggest adjustment from high school track and field to Division I track and field?
Recovery.
I know you was in the athletic trainer office probably every day. I damn sure would be a track athlete.
Oh man,
It's like
my knees. No Diddy, my knees hurt right now, bro. I mean, I'm in the Marines though. My knees hurt right now. I know I'll definitely. Hold on. No Diddy.
No.
Chill out. See,
You gotta
hey, don't start with me. Don't start with me. Y'all two don't start with me. Don't start with me, all right? Feel me? I said no Diddy.
You gotta think though, when you're in high school and high school sports, like how often is your coach like, okay, make sure you go see the trainer? And with me coaching now and, you know, having these conversations with my athletes and the feedback that the high school athletic trainers are giving to these athletes, which is literally none, it's like once you go to school and it's like, okay, we have mandatory, you know, you got training table, you got to be in the recovery room, you got to do your prehab, you got to do cold tub after practice, cold tub after weights, see the trainer for this, see the trainer for that. Make sure you're foam rolling, make sure you're stretching. Those things aren't really emphasized in high school athletics really at all. So going to college, especially at the beginning, you don't realize how much is wearing down on your body. The training is a lot harder, and a lot of times you're not lifting weights in high school. So, but then you start lifting heavy weights, not just you start lifting heavy weights in college. Start moving real weight, tearing down those muscles, you're not recovering.
They don't even care if you can move it.
They don't.
They don't even care if you can move
They
it.
don't.
They putting it on the bar regardless.
They gonna put that plane on there.
You gonna move it.
You gonna move that joint whether it's today or tomorrow, but you gonna get that bar up.
Yep.
So. Get it off. But you know, as you spoke on, like from athletic standpoint, transitioning was really recovery. But just as life in general, as from, you know, being in high school to transitioning to being a D1 athlete at USF, how was that transitioning? You know, one of the biggest parts is you're away from your family and stuff like that. But the whole transition, how was it for you?
For me personally, it was pretty easy. For my experience, I was able to find the group that I was going to start associating with before I even got to school. We talked a little bit earlier about how Twitter wasn't really that big. but I ended up actually finding like a little hashtag with my class and ended up getting in contact with a few of them, met up with them. Excuse me, met up with them as like first couple of days of like school during summer session during what's it called when you first go to the school
Oh, orientation.
orientation. Yep, during orientation and stuff, linked up with them, and really from there it was really up. We ended up becoming like a really big family and creating a lot of different traditions within the school and like how things are ran now. So it wasn't that bad for me. I found my community very quickly. There wasn't a lot of time where I'm just like, oh, like what am I doing? Who am I associating with? No, and it was I knew immediately. I still talk to a lot of those people today from that first, let's call it 500 of us that clicked up. I still talk about to 80% of them or so still to now.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I mean, I know you just spoke on like, having that family and you guys had traditions and all that. Man, share with us a little, a real memorable moment for track and field and just being at USF in general. Like
A real memorable moment. In track and field, man, 2020 indoor conference. We got our first medal on the relay. Got the 4x4, got the 4x4 medal, got third place. And it was something that we had been trying to, me and my coach, we had been trying to put it together. Bless you, bro. We have been trying to put it together for so long. From my freshman year, we've just been trying to find the pieces, trying to find the pieces, find the pieces, find the pieces, find the pieces, whatever. And we finally had the pieces. 2020, right type of competition, right environment. We put together a race to get on the podium. That was really exciting.
Hey, can you describe to us the life of a Division I track and field athlete at University of South Florida?
I would say strict to an extent, especially with the new coaching staff. I love Coach Dean, Coach Jenkins, Coach Henry, all those guys out there. They're a really good staff, and it's just high expectations. I don't want to call it strict. The expectation is high, the standard is set, and it's either the standard or you get left.
Has to be met.
I'm glad you actually mentioned Coach Jenkins because you mentioned earlier as you were coming up in high school, you had Coach Rouse who was coming to your school, the one who believed in you, the one that gave you opportunity. How was the transition from, having Coach Rouse, this guy that believed in you, who gave you your shot at Division I, him being out and Coach Jenkins coming in? What was that transition like for you?
It was personally, I was like grieving inside because Coach Rouser, he had become more than just a coach. Me and Coach Rouser shared a lot of personal moments, and so he became and grew into family for me. So transitioning to a new coaching staff, at the end of the day, me and Coach Rouser, we were already pushing the limit of what we were trying to do with the program. So Coach Jenkins and Coach Dean, the way that they came with the program, my mind was already there as far as athletics and what the standard is. So really organizing with them, it was, I want to say, pretty much seamless. This is what their expectation was, and I was willing to meet it and go as far above it as I could go, so that we could have what I've been trying to have for my first day at USF. You know what I'm saying? Which is what they have now. You know what I'm saying? They're one conference, indoor, outdoor, whatever the case may be. But I really enjoy Coach Dean and Coach Jenkins. Structure that they're able to bring to the program. So it was easy going.
Just to follow up on that real quick, given the transition to coaching, and we see what college sports is now today with the transfer portal, like it seems like, you know, people enter the transfer portal after every year. I obviously at that point when you were in college, it wasn't as big as it was now. If you were in college today, would you have thought about leaving, or would you have stuck it out? Like, what was your mindset have been at that point? You know, given the transition from a new coach.
For that specific situation, I saw their vision from the very beginning with Coach Jenkins and Coach Dean. So for me, it wasn't even a consideration. Also, I'm really big on loyalty. I've been loyal to the program and loyal to the school. So cool. But I always like to say, like, if Coach Rouser would have gone to another school, would I have followed him? Probably.
On some Caleb Williams and Cliff Kingsbury type ish.
Wait, so he not coaching no more?
He coaches high school and he officiates, but he doesn't coach collegiately anymore.
Okay.
I mean,
So,
I said, hold on, my bad. I said Cliff Kingsbury. I mean Lincoln Riley. My bad.
I'm weak.
I said
ain't
Cliff
even
Kingsbury. Hey, my fault. Have you ever competed against any Olympic runners while at USF?
any Olympic runners? Tyson Gay came to one of our meets one time.
Oh,
But he was like way out of his peak. When I was at USF, we weren't necessarily competitive enough to go to the different meets where the more Olympic quality athletes were. I mean, I ran 10.3. Excuse me. 10.3 isn't necessarily slow, right, to the average guy, but USF has a guy that's run 9.9 this year and another guy that's run like 10.0 and another guy that's run like 10.0. So that allows you to go to different meets where there's the better competition. One thing that I see often, right, is I'm not sure if you guys know who Kyrie King is. He runs for Nike through Star Athletics. So Kyrie King, Star Athletics posted a screenshot of Kyrie King winning the 200 at Mount Sac earlier this year. The guy from USF is like 4 places down from Kyrie King.
yeah.
So it's just like the different kind of, they have different caliber athletes.
So, like, who was the toughest athlete you faced or competed against while at USF, though?
Toughest athlete I competed against, probably Hakeem Sonny Brown. I ran against Sonny Brown a couple times. I think he runs for ASICS. Who else?
Who was he at?
Florida.
Okay.
And it's so many, but nobody really that's pro right now. Elijah Hall. Elijah Hall was tough. Cameron Burrow. I mean, Houston just had the squad, man. I was running against Houston, and Houston had all the studs.
I was about to say, I was waiting for you to mention somebody from Houston because I know that y'all was in the same conference with them, man.
Yeah,
they're sprinters, one of the best every year.
Yeah.
Eli Hall still runs for Nike.
Wow.
I remember watching them American Athletic Championships. It's like 4 or 5 Houston athletes all in the championship.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
They got some boys over there.
They all on the podium, like.
Bro.
That's what I'm saying though. I was just watching this past outdoor conference. I was saying USF going to Houston on the conference right now. They have 5 people in the 400-meter hurdle final.
That's dope.
Damn.
I mean, how was like, you know, we say Houston, but how was competing against all of those schools? Like the AAC, they got some pretty good schools with track, but you know, we know Houston is the focal point. But what was it like competing against all of them?
Really, at that time, Houston was like the powerhouse. Like Houston was better than a lot of SEC schools at the time. So, I mean, at the end of the day, nobody's Nobody we're running against is better than Houston. Go to Texas Relays. Guess who we got to worry about? Houston. You know,
Nah,
so
for real though.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, it
I mean,
was
that's
like,
just how it is. It's like
you know,
yeah.
I mean,
so,
it's amazing when you have like pretty much the standard and collegiate sports in your conference, so you get up close and look personal, like at those athletes. But like you made it to regionals a bunch of times, like so that's when you get into the more tougher competition within the East Coast region. Like how is that like transition from AAC? Obviously you have Houston, but that was pretty much it. To regionals where you have all these guys that are Houston caliber level athletes, pretty much.
yeah. Now that I've gone and competed at pro meets, regionals is like a pro meet. It's very just serious. It's stiff air.
Locked in.
It's locked in, locked in to the max.
It ain't like spring track.
No, sir.
So spring track, a whole different ball game.
That
When I
summer
did spring
track
track,
is
when I did
different.
spring track, that shit lit, boy.
That summer track is different. Nah, but you could definitely tell like everybody's there. It's business because after regionals, it's just you win. It doesn't matter what your time is. If everybody runs 10-7, they take in the top 8 10-7s or top 16 10-7s, whatever the number is, you know what I'm saying? Top 8, they take the top 8 10-7s. 10-7 is relatively slow for what they're doing, you know what I'm saying? With people having 9-9 PBs, 9-8, 10 PBs, 10-0, whatever. If everybody goes out there and runs 10-7 and you're the ninth man out on a 10-7 day for the whole field, it is what it is. So it's real cutthroat. They're just out there to win, beat everybody. You can feel it. You can feel it on the line. You can feel it during warm up. It's real like cutthroat, and I wasn't familiar with that game.
I'm gonna get into a little fun here. So we all was athletes at a point. Everybody on here was athletes at a point. I'm still an athlete right now. What's your pregame ritual, man? What you got for pregame for pre-event, let's say.
Pre-event, man. I actually really don't even listen to too much music or anything, to be honest.
Crazy.
Like Khalil was there. Like Khalil was just, he was with me to my pro debut this year, actually. I mean, I have music on for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, but I'm just, for the most part, just enjoying the atmosphere. I'm just taking in track
Yeah.
and field. I
feel like you
I
just walk
love it.
around
So
smiling the whole time. No
I'm just
music, no
there,
nothing. Just smiling.
just smiling, just vibes, just enjoying it,
Bro, I
enjoying it.
bet.
I just gotta relax. You know what I'm saying? If I try to take it too serious, I start making silly mistakes. So I just stay relaxed and enjoy the moment the most. That's my pre-meet. How can I be the most relaxed? How can I be enjoying this the most?
So no headphones, no AirPods, no beats or nothing? Like
I
nothing?
got the beats. And I'll play music, I guess, like in the car.
In the car.
That's it? Man, what? Oh,
In the
man.
car. He
Man,
said,
I gotta
do it before the game. Yeah.
I gotta have it the whole time.
Who you be listening to?
Who I be listening to? It depends. It either is normally either just like Lil Uzi or Meek Mill for real.
I thought you was gonna say you
Two
listen
Philly
to Brent
heads.
Fires or some shit before you go out there.
It
He
depends.
said Brent
It
Fires.
really depends though. But Brent
It
Fires
depends on the
be
moment. It
hitting,
depends
though.
on the mood. It depends on the
He
mood.
would
I
hit
agree.
I do.
Nah,
It do.
Brent Fires will lock you in. It just depends. But those are like my primary two. I know if I listen to like 10 minutes or so of Lil Uzi, if I can get a good like 5 tracks just back to back to back of high energy, that'll give me the energy boost I need for the whole meet.
So no meal? What's the pre-event meal?
So I'll eat like 2 to 3 hours. So I'll eat in the morning. If it's the evening, I'll have my normal breakfast that I'll have like on training days. So I'll have it's just some eggs, some egg whites, some oatmeal, uh, with some other stuff, some carbs, some fruit, whatever the case may be. Then I'll have a lunch. Generally, it's like a sub. I go to Firehouse a lot. I love Firehouse subs, so I'll probably eat Firehouse or some kind of equivalent about 2 to 3 hours before my race. A lot of times you have like this meet schedule, so like if my race is at 6 o'clock, um, I'll try to eat 3, 4 o'clock, 3:30. Eat the sandwich with something else, like with like a bag of chips or something.
So you
I'll
said,
eat it.
oh my bad.
Yeah, I'll eat it with something else, like just to, like give it more volume. A lot of times the sub isn't enough, or I'll try to eat half the sub, wait till closer to like an hour and a half, and I'll eat the other half the sub, and then it just stretches out the meal. And then 30 minutes before, I'll have like a Belvita, like the Belvita little cracker things, uh, or something like that. Just a quick carb that I can just like burn through. Some simple sugar. I can just eat it. I'll be ready to go. Fuels me up. I'll eat that right before I start warming up, which is about an hour. And then by the time it's time to race, I'm not even
warming up for
feeling
an
the
hour?
snack. Yeah.
Bro, you doing all that stuff? I can see why you warm up for an hour.
Nah, I know, because I ran track before, but I don't remember our warm-ups being an hour.
Nah, a lot of kids in high
levels to
school
it,
warm
bro.
up for like 5 minutes. Most kids in my athletes don't do that. My athletes know better. But a lot of athletes, you'll see like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Like they'll do first call for their event. They're like, okay, time to warm up.
You say you like Firehouse subs, so
Yeah.
why Firehouse subs over Subway, Jimmy John's, Jersey Mike's, like stuff like that?
Jersey
The
Mike's
bread is so good. The bread. I like the bread at Firehouse. I like the way it tastes. And then the sandwich combinations, the meat and the cheese pause. So
I'll bait him into that shit.
Nah, that ain't as ditty as my boy Day. My boy Day is super ditty.
No, I'm not. Yo, I'm not.
Bro
Ditty.
said his
Yo,
knees was
no.
hurting.
Shit, bro, come on, chill with that.
No. It's calm. No, but I don't know. The way it tastes is just the best to me. I like the bread. I don't know what kind of bread they be using. I say white bread, and they got a little different flavor.
Yo, he's a child, bro. He's a child. He's so childish. Like, you see how he is, bro? Hey, it's all right. Hey, Maurice, don't worry about him, bro. This man was just tearing a coney dog up the other day, bro. He had a 2-foot coney dog.
No. I ain't gonna let you do that. Mr. One Not Enough head ass. I ain't gonna let you do that.
Yo, I ain't even tell y'all. Lil walked in the house with like 10 bags of glizzies, though.
Nah, gang, that was you.
This man trying to say
I got the video. I got the video.
I got videos, man. Khalil's cooking on the grill. I said, where y'all all those hot dogs on the grill? Where you said they hot links. I'm like, they're not hot links, bro. Don't lie like that, bro. Hey, man,
hot glizzy.
The hot links gas, bro. The hot links gas, bro. Stop it.
Yeah, only by myself. You ain't never gonna catch me eating a hot link. You crazy?
Nah, bro. Like, bro, I'd rather eat a hot link than a glizzy, like a hot dog. Like, you tripping.
Both of y'all eat glizzies.
Bro said he'd rather eat an Italian sausage over a hot dog. Bro, it's the same thing for real.
Little one bite.
I ain't gonna lie,
little
bro.
one bite king for real.
Just listening
bro,
to that.
One just got a little extra girth on it.
Bro, you be in there making Italian sausages, bro? That's mad crazy.
Nah.
At least I know my boy don't discriminate.
What you mean, gang? You the glizzy king, bro. You had the big pot of beef.
Yeah, the coney dog.
Nah, see, the thing is, when I get sausage, I get ground sausage. You just got a whole sausage link, my boy. Like, I don't want to hear none of that.
No homo. I get the beef jaws. No homo. I get the beef jaws. Chill out, bro.
That man Khalil freak, bro. Khalil for real freak. Yeah, your cousin is a freak. Your cousin's a freak. Watch out for me, he a freak.
You go to the
y'all both are. He is too. He not low.
Who? Well, I'm low. I'll be chilling. I don't do nothing.
Bro, so you wasn't at the Eagles game last year eating multiple glizzies?
Bro, he had the extra long glizzy, bro.
Bro.
Then he said one not enough. He said he had to get two because one wasn't enough.
Bro, no, I had to get 2 because they ran out of Philly cheesesteaks. The Philly cheesesteaks was 15 minute wait. It was already halftime. So I said, let me get 2 hot dogs with the Pepsi.
First, it wasn't enough.
Hot dogs with the Pepsi's mad crazy.
Listen, I didn't get a Pepsi. I got lemonade.
You had to wash down that glizzy, didn't you?
Hell yeah, that shit was too thick.
Yeah! Yo! What is going on, bro?
Y'all are crazy.
Nah, that's them.
Oh, bro.
Y'all crazy.
What are some of the biggest challenges? What are some of the biggest challenges you face as a track athlete?
Understanding it on a grander scale. Track, one thing Coach Adine taught me is track is a lifestyle sport. Everything you do from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, 365 days out of the year, really influence what you put out on the track. Everything. Every little thing. So it took me a long time to really understand that. I understood a lot of things. I understood hard work. I understood that it was a very technical skill, but just understanding how all the other factors you can do all the work, you can do all the work, all the work, all the work, all the work. But what you're doing, the other 16, 17, 18 hours, you're not at track practice, can take it all away, really. It'll take all the hard work you build up, whatever you do. But I only see you for 2 hours out the day.
Yeah, that makes me wonder for guys like you and guys that run at a high level. You said your PR was a 10-3 or whatever the case may be. And in reality, the difference between like a 10-3 and a 10, it's not that much, or a 10-3 to a 10-7 is really not that much. What do you think that it is that those small little details that influence somebody to run a 10-7 to a 10-3 or a 10-3 to a 10, or backtrack the other way? What's the small things that goes into influencing the time like that, given that that's not that much time?
To get the time down, intentional efforts over time. I mean, for most people, it's like a jump shot, right? If you're just shooting the ball, you're not really paying attention to how the ball is placed in your palm. You're not paying attention to how it's leaving off your fingertips, how it feels, you know what I'm saying? Your arm extension, how much your wrist flicked, how high your elbow was. If you're not paying attention to all that stuff, same in track and field. If you don't spend a day just doing block starts, feeling what it feels like to have a good block start, analyzing the video. Okay, until you hit, the different cues or different points that you're looking for. You're not trying to feel that out. You're not trying to mimic that, over time. That's what will help you like go to the next level. Like that's what helps you drop that time. Really putting in those intentional efforts day in and day out over long periods of time. Like I just seen somebody run a personal best. They ain't ran a personal best in 6 years. They've been grinding, working on this specific area for however long, and finally that paid off, in the long run to help them get a PR, which was really dope. So
we talked earlier about how coach that took a shot on you. He ended up leaving, and you got another coaching staff in there. And we also talked about how just the way times is, just transfer portal, everybody's quick to jump in it. You never thought about giving yourself a shot at another school, or just in general, you never thought about transferring?
Nah, not really.
Really?
Like even with your coach, even with coach getting fired, like I know you said it was kind of like a grieving moment for you. Nothing ever went through your head like, all right, I might have to bounce up out of it.
Maybe for a small period of time, like a very small period of time. because it's not like that entire season leading up to it wasn't like, for lack of better words, it was very disorganized. Like it was very clear that a big change was gonna come soon. So there's a lot of opportunity for me, like, hey, like this isn't for me, but um nah, man, I loved USF, dude. I was sold, and I was gonna do whatever I could do in my power to help get the program to the next level.
That's some loyalty. I like that for real. Like,
because you was already saying that USF wasn't like really all that. Like, I wasn't doing nothing too crazy. So I'm surprised if you say you wouldn't think about transferring.
that's
Well,
what
at the
I
time, you
mean
weren't thinking about
too. I
transferring.
was thinking about that same thing. Like, a lot of
And like,
people would just be ready to up and leave.
especially like where you were at that time, in the record books at USF, you was up and down the record books. I think you're what, number 2 in the 200, number 3 in the 100, something like that. And you never thought like, I think I'll maximize my potential at this school. It's time to go to a bigger school. Did you never feel that way, or was it always like, I want to try to be the best I can while build up this program at the school that I'm at?
Yeah, it was really build up the program, um, and be the best I can while in the program. I just didn't have, I guess, a long-term competitive vision. What I didn't think, okay, you know, especially after Coach Rouser left, we had a plan and we were working the plan very well, like I stated before. But I just didn't have a long-term vision. It was like, how can I get these guys? How can I make myself fast enough to run times to get people to want to come to USF?
That's loyalty for real, for real. Not gonna lie, that's loyalty.
But it was like it was an easy resell for me. Like after Coach Rouser got fired, like Coach Rouser called me. He was like, "Man, I got fired." Then like the next week, they're like, "Oh, we got Coach Eric Jenkins from Western Kentucky. He just had relay teams the last 4 years at nationals. Huh? This guy might know something." Then it was like, "Oh, we got Coach Dean from where's Coach Dean at Tennessee? Coach, uh, where was he at? No, he was at UNC. He was at UNC before
North
he came
Carolina,
to
right?
USF.
Yeah.
Yep, he was at UNC. So like, oh, we got Coach Dean from UNC. He coached at Tennessee while Christian Coleman was there too. Cool. Then he goes to NC. I knew a guy that ran at NC. Talked good on Coach Dean. Actually knew 2 guys that were at NC the same time Coach Dean was. So it was like an easy resell. I was like, okay, it's gonna be the guy coaching me in sprints. He coached Christian Coleman. He coached all these other guys that run fast times. He's coached hurdlers that are American champions. For me, it was like, okay, there's not a lot of other places that that I think will give me the same money I'm receiving and still have the same opportunity.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm just gonna keep it real, bro. Hey, you go to USF, that's a D1 school. You in the AAC. I know you had the ladies flocking to you, bro. I know you had them. I know you was sprinting to that. I know you was. I know, like, hey, you was passing more than batons, bro. Like, I know you was getting into it, man. Like you gotta go a little depth about that, because, bro, hey, listen, I've been to some schools. I've been to JUCO, D1, HBCUs. I've been to all of them, and I see how it is over there. But I'm gonna let you talk about it, like how it was, like how is it getting ladies over there? Like you know what you know what we saying.
Yeah, I'm already knowing. I'm on time, man. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna talk too much on it, man.
Yeah, don't kiss
But
and tell. Don't kiss and tell. We don't do that
exactly,
one
you know what I'm
here.
saying? Gonna talk too
We
much,
don't do
but
all that one here.
it was a good time, man. And like I was speaking when I first got to USF, I found my community, and we were able to, establish ourselves on campus and be known by everybody. Like we all knew each other well. So just that community alone, I mean, outside of track, track for me, when I was in school, my school friends I wanted them to know me for school stuff.
Yeah.
So I was very active on campus. I was in different organizations. I was active. I was at the GBMs on campus. I was interacting with the student body on a regular basis. So for me, like my identity wasn't based around track. Track was just like, oh, you run track too? That's really cool.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Really cool.
I see what you did there. I'm gonna let it slide though. I see what you did there. Feel me?
But so like that's how it was for me though. I never wanted to present myself as just an athlete. I never wanted that to be my identity. So I did my best to become known outside of just running track, and I think I did a pretty good job.
I actually want to touch on that real quick. Because the thing that we see with a lot of people who grow up competing playing sports, to whatever extent, whether it's high school, college, professional, at some point it has to end. And I think a lot of people struggle with the idea, like their identity, because their identity has been the sport for so long, because that's what you wake up and do. Especially, like you mentioned, once you get to college, it's every day 365 from the minute you wake up to go to sleep. So how do you take the time to separate, and find something else outside of your identity, to where, like, if you're not doing track, when you have a transition away from track, that you're not lost because you have other identities? How was that? Like, how did you, what am I looking for? How did you create that for yourself, at an early time before you left the sport?
I was just really intentional about it. I mean, that's the only way really too, especially if um you can say, especially going into athletics at the collegiate level, your life is structured for you, every part of your life. You know what I'm saying? uh Dino can tell you, man, like, like you're from the time you wake up, when you go to study hall, you know what I'm saying, to the time you go and meet with the nutritionist, to the time you meet with your academic advisor, right? Like it's all like boom, it's there. It's there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
How
Man,
yeah.
much
I
do
ain't
you
as good
actually
as a
think?
student as you. I'll tell you that. I'll be ready to skip all the wrong shit. I'll be like, I
Man,
gotta work.
I'm dead.
But nah, that's the truth though, for
That's the
real though,
truth
man.
though, for real. So
That's
it's all there. You don't have to think at all. Like it's very easy to become a bot and just like go through the motions and become like a super athlete. But you have to be really intentional about finding stuff to do. I picked up a camera. I took pictures. I do digital content. I can do flyers and all kinds of stuff. And I found my little path doing that. I coach. That's super fun. It's still track related, but it's not me being an athlete.
yeah. Nah, I feel that, but like that's really gonna go into like what y'all was saying is really gonna go into what I'm gonna ask, because I feel like this is something I struggle with myself. And like I ask people all the time that I used to play, and it's kind of just like that identity in general. Like that's the reason I'm honestly still playing football at 23 now, is because like I don't really know how to stop. And I don't know what I'm gonna do after. But like, you know what I mean? That's really what I wanted to ask. Like, what's life like for you after, the sport now? Like, well, what is that like?
Now it's chill. At first, it was very difficult. I don't know if y'all know, but my initial exit from the sport was on a very bad injury.
What
Yeah,
happened?
those be the worst.
I'll send y'all the clip so y'all can see it. But
Oh
it's
boy, got
bad.
Watch.
shot. Oh, got
No,
shot on the track.
it was bad. It was bad. It was bad.
Did you fall?
Yes, bro. I
Yeah.
sprained my wrist and everything, bro. Like I hit the track dumb hard.
Nah,
Oh
send me that
man.
clip. Send me that clip.
I
Yeah,
mean, I
it was
watched it
crazy.
live, so I seen it when it
You was
happened. I
there?
watched it
You
live.
was there?
Nah, like I was watching it. Wasn't it?
Oh,
Was
you
it conference? It was
go.
conference, right?
It was conference. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It was that
watching
Yeah,
conference.
man.
conference, and like, he was on the track, and everybody was running, and he just disappears out the camera, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened? Like, I gotta hit him later. Like, I gotta figure out what's going on. But like, bro just fell. Like, I hope he good. But like, yeah.
Nah,
Nah,
so
son, watching your cousin race and just seeing him fall is mad
Ball is
crazy.
crazy. It's mad crazy.
crazy. Yeah, um, so after that, it was kind of it was just like, man, what do I do? Like now, not only it's not like I can go back to playing like running track. You know what I'm saying? I know I don't even have the option now. Like I'm on crutches. I'm on
Right
crutches.
now?
No, I'm saying, but like at that moment, it's like, what do I do?
Oh,
It's like, what
Mhm.
do I do? Like I didn't know what to do. So I really had to see like what I'm passionate about, but also can make money. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a big believer of passion brings profit. So whatever you're passionate about, if you're able to manipulate it into a way to where you can make money from it, you'll make way more money doing that than something that you're just doing just because it makes money.
Mhm. That's a fact.
nah,
So
facts. That's what I.
um
My trainer used to go by that, man. Right, rest in peace, Darvin Henderson. But that was something he always
R.I.P.
used to
Darv.
preach, bro. He used to always say, like, if you just love what you do and do what you do to the best of your ability, it'll bring in whatever you needed to bring in, and that's what he
yeah,
used to always preach, and that's why he was the man he was today, and I wouldn't be the man I am today without him. So that's some real,
yeah,
that's some real right there. Passion brings profit.
yeah.
That's some real gem right there. If you listening, that's a real gem.
So yeah, so I mean for me it's just like I was bartending and I was doing a bunch of other stuff like doing photography gigs, whatever to make ends meet. But then once I started coaching and really like giving back to my community, which are things that I'm passionate about, right? Giving back to the youth. I'm passionate about track and field. I'm passionate about, giving kids an opportunity that they may not have had prior to. So for me, like that has one, it's brought me a lot of mental peace and clarity, but it's also put me in like a better position that I've been in a long time. So for me, that's what's helped me, um, I guess, get out of the rut of like what do I do? Like what skills do I even have? But really, if you look back, being an athlete, man, it's not just for you, Dino, but for anybody for real. Being an athlete, you learn so many skills, bro. Real life, you learn
Facts.
team building, you learn discipline, you learn how to learn. You know what I'm saying? You learn how to learn, you learn how to analyze and think quickly and effectively. You learn how to lead. There's so many different skills and tangibles, whatever you want to call them, that you can apply to do whatever your mind literally wants to do. So if
That's a fact.
you wake up tomorrow and you're like, dang, I want to say you don't have any aspiration to work a 9 to 5, but you wake up tomorrow, you're like, dang, bro, I want to start a vending machine business. You have all the intangible skills in order to do that. You know how to
Facts.
put yourself on a schedule. You know how to work hard. You know how to set the time aside. You know how to practice. You practice your entire life. You know how to practice something to make it better. You do footwork drills to do what? To get better footwork.
Get faster.
Yeah,
Get better
facts.
footwork.
You know what I'm saying? You know how to master a skill. And that's all a lot of things comes down to, right? Like people pay people for skills. How can you help me? What can you benefit? You know how to craft a skill. So use that. Whatever the skill you want, whatever you want the skill to be, just craft it. Become an athlete to that skill.
Yeah, facts for sure. Some real
So
gems. No cap.
My question is to you. You touched on 20 at the end of 2021 season. You had a very bad injury. Up until now, and this is your first full season of being a professional track athlete. What was it like, given the fact that you took the time off? And I know, you're my cousin. I know you personally. It was a point where you were done with it, and then you get back into it, and now you're fully committed. What was that transition like? How did that come about?
Oh man, I'm gonna tell y'all the real story about how I started running track again. I'm at the crib. I'm playing Fortnite, with my boy Keandre, and um, I had seen my boy, my man's Tevin. He's my coach, my partner, and multiple things now. Um, Tevin pulled up on me when I was working at the PDQ. I seen him in the drive-thru. He was like, "Yo, you still running? I was like, nah, I got hurt. He was like, okay, well, if you still looking to train, let me know. We're gonna be at, X, Y, and Z at this time. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna see, I normally work that day, but I'll let you know. You know what I'm saying? Just doing whatever I gotta do to get some bread, you know what I'm saying? And so he hit me up. He like followed up with me. We exchanged information that during that first exchange. So then he followed up with me. Oh man, you gonna pull up on this Tuesday? I was like, I'm gonna see. You know what I'm saying? You know how I go. I'm gonna see. So then I'm on the game with my boy Keandre. I'm like, man, I think I'm gonna start back running again, man. I was kind of quick and I feel like I sold it short. He was like, man, you might as well get back into it. See what you can do.
Facts.
He
Motivation.
was like, you run sub. He was like, you go sub 11. He's like, you might as well keep running. I said, that's true facts. And so then the next Tuesday, I just requested off from work. I went and started training.
So just close it out. We're in the midst of your first professional season. How's it been? What is the experience like? How you feeling?
It's been frustrating because I know I can run fast. I know I can run faster. But it's also allowed me to really do a lot of self-work and just understanding the process and falling back in love with the process. One thing that I guess I didn't consider is how many steps backwards I took during my time away from the sport. In a sport where it's really big on compounding strength, compounding speed work, you know what I'm saying? Building the skill. If you don't use it, you lose it at the end of the day, right? So I spent my entire life building up to a certain skill. I just spent 3 years not even thinking about the skill. So it's been interesting. I'm learning a lot about myself and in the process. But I'm remaining true to the goal, the plan, the roadmap, and I'll just see it through, you know. The journey
All right.
doesn't end here.
Just got to break off some rust, my boy. I've been there before.
It's all right.
This
We'll get back to it,
really
bro.
my last question for real. What's next? What is next for Maurice Nock? What can we look forward to for Maurice Nock?
Hey man, what's next? If you're in Orlando area, check out Speed Academy. If you're a high school age kid, Speed Academy. You turned up. Hold on, where's that? That's what's next. Me and my partner Tevin, we running up the high school elite. We really about to take over Central Florida area, Florida, then the state. We're really running that up. That's the biggest thing for me. I'll have more in the next coming years, but like I said, it's been a long season, so we still working on the track side of things and making big things happen there. But professionally, check out Speed Academy at Speed Acad on Instagram. Speedacad.wear on Instagram. You can grab you a t-shirt, support the brand, whatever it is. It's some drip on there, I'm not gonna lie. But that's it, man. We're working on Speed Acad and building that brand up. We making it happen though. It's a good time.
Is that 2025 season for you?
2025 season. Yeah. We up. What year is it? It's 2024. We up to at least 2027.
Okay, dope. Oh.
Gotta rebuild, you know what I'm saying? We build them from scratch. I'm giving it 2027. We in it to win it.
Let's do it.
Long roadmap, you feel me?
Hey,
Yes, sir. That's what I like to hear.
Just prior to us closing this out, man, all I'm gonna say is somebody in this conversation right now think that they could beat you in the race. All I'm gonna say is I'm gonna put a ban. I know you could beat this nigga in the race.
That's me.
That's
me. And you could lose your money.
I'm not gonna lose my money.
That's me.
I got money on Nock. I got money on Maurice Nock.
I got everything I got on my cousin.
Yo,
I got a ban on your little cousin.
Yo, Day, I'm gonna show you why you don't gamble. This is exactly why you don't gamble. This is why you stay out of it. And Lil, I'm about to show you why you don't gamble no more.
It's straight.
I took a little money before, so I'm chilling.
I'm about to teach him a lesson.
Yo, Maurice don't even want to bet on himself right now. He already know that.
What are you talking? I don't need a better. I'm up. I'm gonna win regardless. I don't even gotta put that up.
You're not.
I go band for band. I go band for band.
He said put it on the floor.
He said band for band.
We can put it on the floor. Put it on the floor. And while you running, I'm gonna pick that shit up.
You know? No way.
Yo, he shitey with it. He a real shitey New York motherfucker for real.
Crazy. You're crazy. Look, I'll do all the talk. We'll see it. We'll see when we line it up though.
It's all right. I don't even need spikes. I do it in.
We're gonna have to pull out the YouTube.
I do it in socks.
I'll do it in spikes and in football cleats. It don't even matter.
Socks.
Sound like a challenge we gotta see one day, man.
This ain't football speed. This hood speed. That's what I'm about to show you. Where I'm wearing socks.
So I got that running for the cop speed.
Y'all crazy, man. But hey, man, we definitely appreciate you for being a guest on our first ever Q&A here on this platform, bro. Thank you so much. You were just such a great guest. Your answers to our questions were phenomenal. Again, hey, bro, you got to hop back on the podcast as a guest one day, bro. Like, we got to get you back on there, man.
No, yeah, we're going to have to turn that up. Work that out. I appreciate y'all having me on here. Y'all got to get into it.
You got anything else to say to the viewers, whoever watching or listening to us?
Hey, man, make sure y'all tap in with these guys, man. It's good content. I'm watching their videos. It's good content. It's lit. It's funny stuff. Informed decisions. Informed conversations. That's what it's all about. Again, check out Speed the Cat on IG and TikTok. We're working on Twitter. That's it, man. We up. Work hard, grind hard. Don't let the haters outwork you because they're gonna talk shit either way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you for coming on as well. Like Daywan mentioned, you were one of the first people that we had when we first started this podcast. So you were definitely our first option when we, thought about coming into something like this. And I can't wait to see what you got coming up next. I've seen the road, I've seen the journey, and I see how hard you work. And I can't wait to see what's next for you and what's coming up down the road. And you building off this first professional season into next year. Like you say, you got to 2027. I'm locked in with you all the way up to you hang it up. So I can't wait to see what's next for you.
Facts.
That's love. That's love for real.
Surely, man. I missed you on there when you came on when I wasn't on here, man. I was busy that day too. So I'm glad I got to get you on here, man, especially for the Q&A. Like they were saying, man, you was one of our supporters from the jump. So you definitely was the first in mind to get a Q&A on here. You know what I mean? And can't wait to, burn you. It's going to happen.
That's funny. We'll see.
All right, bro. It's cool, bro. You're going to know exactly what the back of my shirt say.
That's funny. That's funny.
Hey, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tapping into our first ever Q&A with track and field athlete Maurice Nock. Make sure you guys give him a follow on Instagram at knock.season. Also, make sure you guys follow us on our Instagrams as well as follow our podcast page on Instagram at Before the Horn Podcast and our other socials as well. Actually, also make sure you guys check out our Patreon. Little $2 a month, you guys can help us and support us. Hit that link down in the description box. But again, like, comment, subscribe. We'll definitely bring you guys more content like this in the future as well. But thank y'all for tapping and listening to us. We shall see y'all on the next episode. Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace.